Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Yours Choice 2013, The Real People's Power.
Free your mind.
Read that shit.
So we're here today to bring you people watching and the news. So I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Ernie Mac for people watching.
Welcome to another edition of People Watching, everybody. You have to excuse us for talking so low. It's kind of late. It's about almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and everyone else around us is asleep, and we're fucking wide awake. So, yeah, there's that. Speaking of people sleeping, while we were enjoying ourselves a nice little movie, our roommates fell asleep all.
One by one they fell.
And so we were the last two standing, quite literally. One of our roommates was asleep on the couch across from us. She was laying down in one position, and then in her sleep, she decided to sit upright. And steadily, she was still.
And then she was like going like,
she kept smacking her lips like she was doing something
like she was either eating or trying to talk.
Her trip's going.
You know, it was like either or.
I like that. It was very funny.
Just to see it was funny.
Yeah, it's funny watching people sleep because they do the weirdest things.
Like
I know that sounds kind of stalkerish, but it's kind of funny at the same time.
Well, it's like our other roommate who he woke up. Well, I guess he's like in between waking.
Yeah, he sat up, started like coughing or whatnot. I'm guessing he was still trying to wake up, and for some reason he started to spit.
He did it like twice. It was like loud twice.
I was in the kitchen. I saw him pop up. That's when I walked in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden I heard something. It sounded like he was throwing up. So I was like, "What the fuck?" And then no, all of a sudden I walked back to the living room, and he goes.
It was.
And he sat there for like 2 more minutes.
Yes, he was. He was smacking those lips and just hawking some loogies.
And then he popped up and went upstairs to go to bed. Yes, watching people sleep is very, very funny.
It is actually. I like watching people sleep. Like, you know me in the middle of the night. I talk. I toss. I turn. I talk. I mumble.
Yes, this person is very incoherent.
This guy snores like a freight train. He's like,
this motherfucker flails his arms around like he's a goddamn fish or something.
Since we're on the topic, you know what I hate when you're falling asleep, you're about to go into like full sleep, and all of a sudden, you see something in your dream, like you're swinging on something or something, and in real life, your arm has a twitch, whack, and it wakes you up. Sometimes you hit the wall. Have you ever hit the wall?
Oh, yeah.
Or you kicked it,
yeah.
And you're like, ow!
Or kicked someone else.
And the other thing I hate.
I don't think my brother's ever forgiven me for that. Because I hit him right in the stomach.
My favorite one is when I hit one of my friends because he was trying to wake me up and I was in a dream. And I was like, hey, leave me alone, leave me alone. And he's like, dude, what's wrong with you? And I said, leave me the fuck alone, I'm gonna hit you. And he's like, what? And all of a sudden he said, I laid him out, I knocked him out. And he woke up and went, why the fuck you hit me? I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm like, huh?
And then he told me what it was about. I said, so why didn't you back up?
Like I said, I was going to fucking start swinging. Why the hell are you still standing there?
So it was actually quite comical.
Yes.
So watching people sleep is funny.
Quite comical. To see the random shit they do in their sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
Do you know that you can have a complete conversation with somebody when they're asleep?
I've done that.
And they'll tell you the truth, the full truth, no matter what it is. Like, all you have to do is you get up close to them and you ask them the question. And they'll respond with the answer.
And it's funny because it's true.
Yeah, because it comes out flat true. You know, complete honesty when they're sleeping.
And you know what? It's so funny. I'm going to try that one night. I'm going to walk up to some, I'm going to creep up on somebody who's asleep, and I'm going to start talking to him. I'm going to ask them questions, and if I don't get the right answer, the next morning, they're going to be in some deep shit.
You see? That's how that works.
Devious, right here.
So you got anything else? Or you got...
No, I think that wraps up this edition for people watching. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Tony D, for In the News. Tony?
In the news today, it actually goes along with wrestling. So apparently there's this new Kurt Angle CM Punk battle going on.
Over Twitter.
CM Punk apparently on Saturday at an event at the WWE said that TNA was a indie industry wrestler.
Quote unquote indie.
So Kurt Angle responded with some remarks towards CM Punk as, you want to consider us an indie organization. I made more money than you have ever had in the WWE. I can take out John Cena within a minute. I can take out you and Cena within 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Kurt Angle, you're talking out your ass.
For real.
He's not a John Cena fan, but I guarantee you he knows that John Cena can whip your ass.
Yeah, this is coming from someone that can't stand John Cena, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he'll fuck you up.
And same thing with CM Punk. Let me recap Kurt Angle. Kurt, you could not beat a lot of the people that Cena has beaten.
True that.
You couldn't do it. You know, you think you were there during a time that it was tough? Think again. You couldn't beat Brock Lesnar when you were there. Guess who did beat Brock Lesnar?
John Cena.
John Cena did. He beat the Big Show 3 times in a row. Then again at another at the steel cage match.
Inside of a steel cage, no less.
Then,
and how many times have you beaten the Big Show?
Yeah, and he's beaten Triple H 3 times.
Sad but true.
He's beaten JBL 3 times.
But JBL sucks, so he doesn't.
But it was a trifecta.
It was a trifecta, yes it was.
And everybody that came up to him, he never backed down. You have backed down and ran away.
Biatch.
So
a ball-headed biatch. So
he never backed down from you. I mean, back down from anybody who comes and wants to fight. He wants to fight. That's one thing I gotta say about John Cena. He likes to get to know that ring and brawl, and you know that's true too. He does not back down. And then when he loses, he's a fair person.
He's not a poor. He doesn't. Sport about
he's not a poor sport. He doesn't bitch and moan about it.
Unlike you.
He just says, "Hey, the better man won."
All you do is bring up you and your fucking Olympic gold medals.
Dude, your Olympic gold medals, they're kind of irrelevant now because you won them in the 90s and you're like 40 now.
So they mean absolutely shit.
TNA is an indie
industry.
All
the wannabes are there.
Yep.
All the never was.
All the WWE rejects
are there.
Why do you think Matt Morgan's leaving the company? Because he wants to go to something better. He's getting signed to WWE soon. And guess what? He's doing it because A, TNA is slowly going under.
Slowly but surely.
And B, he knows where the better competition is.
True that.
Come on, you have the Dudleys still on there.
And you have fucking, what was that loser's name? The one. There's so many losers there. I can't say all
There's so many losers.
Yeah.
See, Booker T went there and he was like, whoa. He smarted up. He smarted up and came back to the WWE.
Goldust was there. He smarted up real quick
and came back to the WWE. You see a trend here, and as your little threats to CM Punk can beat you on your best day.
He just doesn't have to say anything.
And he can beat you in his worst condition.
You know, come to think of TNA, there was this one little masked retard with a persona where he wanted to try and mimic Stone Cold Steve Austin. What the fuck was that all about? Shark Boy. Yeah, that was his name.
Yeah, Shark Boy.
Shark Boy. Really?
Come on.
What the fuck? Y'all ran out of names to call people?
What I want to see is wrestlers from TNA get in the ring with wrestlers from the WWE. Either it being on WWE's turf
or TNA's turf.
I would like it on TNA's turf to show the TNA audience who the dominant sports entertainment wrestling company is.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope Vince buys you out. Just like he did with WCW. Him and his son. And crushed him.
Right in the palm. Just that little speck right there. Just you don't even use your full hand. Just one little finger.
And
Right there.
Vince was leaving them alone. He was letting them do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they started to all of a sudden take pay-per-views that sort of sounded like pay-per-views from the WWE.
Yeah.
Changing a little bit of the name and making their own.
Yeah.
They went from a octagon ring to a regular four-sided ring. Oh, steel cage matches. Where'd they take that from? And don't forget to mention all your little gimmicks there look just like WCW.
Yeah.
So you're just WCW all over again. Dixie Carter, if you were smart, you wouldn't have done that. You would have stayed to how you originally had it because it was original.
And if you can't come up with your own shit to compete with competition, don't do anything at all.
So, a warning, Dixie.
You're going down.
Your company's going to crash.
You tried to bring in Hulk Hogan to help the company.
Yeah.
And you see how that got you.
Well, he plans on leaving there too.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, he plans on, Vince has been talking to him, and he plans on showing back up in the ring.
Even though he needs to stay the fuck out of the ring, but hey.
Well, he's going to be somebody bigger.
Whatever.
So, on that note, CM Punk challenge Kurt Angle. Respond to him. I would like you to see you respond on Monday night or Friday this week.
Somehow.
Just respond. Respond. Yeah, tout it out.
Twitter it out, for Facebook it. Do something.
Let's see the match. Let's see you kick Kurt Angle's ass. So, that's our take. I hope everybody enjoyed this edition of People Watching and in the news, wrestling. And wrestling edition. And you all have a great night. And we'll be right back with some
hot topics
and one new segment.